Participatory Self-Review and Planning, or PSRP, is a process in which group members reflect on their performance according to their group's values and Heifer's 12 cornerstones for just and sustainable development. It is a simple, yet powerful, values-based tool designed to enable the personal transformation necessary at the core of a community to instill lasting, positive change. PSRP and its facilitators inspire participants to take ownership of their projects and the community's development. Each milestone is celebrated and has the potential to impact every layer of community, ultimately empowering participants, strengthening self-help groups, and transforming the community with mutual humility, unity, and trust. PSRP uses a highly effective and efficient balance of periodic monitoring, evaluation, and replanning to evenly empower all participants while reinforcing Heifer's cornerstones. This ensures no one is left behind in the development process. PSRP strengthens group dynamics, enhancing greater interaction and learning. Because PSRP capitalizes on knowledge, skills, and experience that already exist in communities, rather than focusing on what is lacking, it costs nothing to do. PSRP is primarily used at the self-help group and cooperative levels. However, it is a useful tool for Heifer's staff, our partners, and individual families. Heifer self-help groups are introduced to PSRP during their first Cornerstones training to ensure they immediately begin to internalize the Cornerstones and apply the values to their daily lives. PSRP sessions take place every 3 to 6 months. Each session moves through self-review, voting, interpretation, and reflection of the results, followed by holistic action planning and implementation. It is critical that participants are committed to taking positive steps toward self-betterment and long-lasting change in their family, community, and society. The PSRP facilitator should begin the first session with a review of Heifer's cornerstones and define reference points, such as steps taken toward self-betterment and past action plans, for each cornerstone through group consensus. The participants use these reference points to review themselves individually and collectively at that point in time. Then, participants review the existing context of those values and list personal experiences in which they did or did not utilize the cornerstones. The self-help group will decide which activities under each cornerstone they would like to work on during the upcoming quarter. In subsequent PSRPs, the participants review the reference points and decide how they performed in this quarter, casting votes for one cornerstone at a time. Therefore, each participant would vote 12 times during a PSRP session. Participants queue up to place their cornerstone card in a box with the image that corresponds with their personal evaluation: a sapling, a growing tree, or a fruit-bearing tree. If a person feels that she has internalized the cornerstone but hasn't taken any action for this cornerstone, then she casts her vote in the sapling box. If a person feels that she has internalized the cornerstone and has taken some concrete action, but has yet to see her results, then she casts her vote in the growing tree box. If a person feels that she has internalized the cornerstone, has taken concrete action, and has seen good results, then she casts her vote in the fruit-bearing tree box. The facilitator should encourage participants to vote honestly and should keep ballot boxes in a secluded place. Voting should remain confidential until group members feel comfortable to vote otherwise. The facilitator will then tally the votes and tabulate the collective results in a self-review score chart like this. The facilitator will present the results and allow for plenty of time for interpretation and reflection. All members should have an opportunity to share their thoughts on the results. If one cornerstone has more sapling stage votes than growing or fruit-bearing votes, we can interpret that most of the participants have thought about the particular cornerstone, but were not able to take up the planned activities. As they make their next action plan, they will emphasize the sapling stage cornerstone, and will closely review it again in the next quarter. Action planning is a simple process that should be used after every PSRP. action plans consist of two parts: realistic achievable goals and activities, and a timeline for completion. Based on the reflection and discussion among the participants, the facilitator will guide them to formulate their action plan. The participants will identify the cornerstones they need to give more attention to in accordance with the project's circumstances and group need. For example, if there is a plan to distribute goats, then the group would place more emphasis on improved animal management, planning to complete activities such as arranging the fodder, shelter, vaccination, and deworming of the newly introduced livestock. Planned activities can be broadly classified into two headings: collective activities, for the community to work on together, and individual activities, for the participants to work on separately. The activities they were not able to complete in the previous quarter will be added to the new action plan. Participants should be encouraged to prepare their action plan themselves based on self-review and its result. After putting all the activities on the chart, the facilitator reviews the activities and timelines for each cornerstone, and the group must commit to their plan's success. After the group agrees and commits to work toward the listed activities, the facilitator ends the PSRP by thanking all their participants. 3 to 6 months later, the cycle will begin again. Facilitators should not forget to appreciate participants' good performance and encourage better performance. With each PSRP session, group members will plan for more activities, make bigger goals, and feel more empowered by their accomplishments, even beyond the scope of the project. Lastly, the results of the PSRP should be well documented for further learning.